here in Las Vegas. The kicker, Daniel Carlson, has this one teed up. Off we go from Vegas. He fields it at the 8. Oh, no, right at the start, he loses the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. And he's going to take it in for the touchdown. Whoa! Have a friend in the right spot at the right time. The fumble, not a turnover, but a TD. Daniel Carlson on to attempt the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Raiders will race out to a quick 7-0 edge. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll throw to get this one started. Finding room at midfield. And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He gets that to his big target, Trey McBride. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. 20 yards on that pass play. It's an Arizona 1st down. Now they'll set up to throw. Here's a shot toward the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Cardinals. His 6th touchdown now for the season. No problem there on the extra point. And the Cardinals will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Watkins motioning over. Here's carry number 1 for Travis Etienne. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. Now, this looks like a design run.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's fourth down.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on fourth down. They'll run for it with ETN. And he's going to have the Raiders first down. They get it easily. It was 4th and 1, and the pickup was 5.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, but the defense knew it was coming and still couldn't stop it. You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now this time they'll look to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
It is 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. That's complete to Watkins. Call it a gain of 13. First down, Vegas. On the handoff, it's ETN. Not much there. He'll get this down inside the 40. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's deep for the back of the end zone.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. Next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Third and 9. He'll look to throw. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And a nice return there. He is out of bounds right at midfield.
Well, we're getting a little test here early, Mike, to see just how easy is this team to rattle. Didn't look like they were able to get through that opening script that they had worked on all week. So I'm going to be curious on this next drive. Do they stick to the plan? Do they pick up where they left off? Or is there a little bit of a reaction, or dare I say panic, to come out and make some adjustments in response to that early interception?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Hook him up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll run with the rookie out of Florida. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. And we're back in Vegas. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. McBride is the motion man. They'll look to throw. Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw. But think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
3rd down and 9. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision. A shotgun snap, he'll look to throw. He's got his tight end, that's McBride. It's a gain of 10 as they get the conversion on 4th down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate. And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
On 2nd and goal, here's the zone read. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line.
The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looks like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up fourth down. No issues there. This one is good. And the Cardinals will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal.
Oh, he tries to lateral the ball, but it's a mistake. That ball's out. And it's recovered by one of his teammates. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He lets one go, looking for Shaheed. Inside the 20. And he will take this one in. 89 yards. Touchdown, Vegas. Carlson able to knock through the extra point. And the Raiders are on top. It's 14-10. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. This will be returned from the 6. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll air it out down the middle. That is hard. And he will score. Touchdown, Arizona. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Shaheed now to return it. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. They'll give it to Etienne to start this drive. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Strong running there. Pushing his way forward to gain a couple. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. That is into the hands of Travis Etienne. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or 2 short. The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You know, Mike, there's a lot of coaches out there who believe that an aggressive style of offense is your best chance of winning. Now, this takes it a little bit to the extreme, but I think this is something that we're going to continue to see as this game unfolds.
They'll come up now for second down and 4. Throwing now from the gun. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. Sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. Really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
Back to the air once more on second down. That's to the left side, taken in by Harrison. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Got his man at the 6. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down. Now a timeout charge to Arizona. That is their 2nd. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this second quarter. Ball sitting on the 3. It is first down and goal. Back to the air one more time. This one is pulled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes! Touchdown, Cardinals! And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Shaheed now to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
That's into the hands of his receiver, Watkins. Now timeout Vegas. That is their 2nd as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Throwing now on 1st and 10. This is intercepted. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. We saw it earlier, the defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. And now, Greg, not only do they pick him, they turn it into a pick 6.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it a 2nd interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick 6.
Just 1 second remaining in this first half, and they will kick it away. Shaheed now to return it. They'll try to run a reverse. And And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Cardinals 31, Raiders 14.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Right back to the air following that pick 6. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be built.
Oh, he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss. From out of the gun, he'll throw. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
And, Mike, I think as they try to find themselves clawing back in this game, they're going to have to make a concentrated effort here in the second half to continue to get him involved. Give him opportunities in space with the ball in his hand, and chances are, when he has it, good things happen.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. This one complete to Watkins. That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another first down. He'll drop to throw. Now a screen set up for ETN. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drop.
And for a third time today, he's intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to have it just past their 25.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
They'll stick with him again.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. They'll stay on the ground. They'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now this time they'll look to throw. Man is open, middle of the field. It is caught. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Arizona. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Shaheed now to return it. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. They'll break the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one to the sideline is over everybody. But now a penalty flag will come in. They may get him for grounding. Now they'll set up to throw. And he's got this one complete to Watkins. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Thrown left side, the catch is made. The defense blows a chance to get off the field as the offense converts 3rd and 14.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's caught left side by Bowers. It's a gain of 12 there. Good for a Raider 1st down.
And the Las Vegas 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
He'll look to throw. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up. They'll look to throw again. He'll drop this for Etienne. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the 1st down.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Well, you could tell that the defense had seen that play on game tape, and they were ready for it. They tried to do a little jet sweep pop pass out of the gun. Defense was all over it. Nowhere to go, no gain.
And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Let's see what they do here. This is 4th and long. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for it on 4th and long will end up in a turnover on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop, Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. To the right side here. Pass is caught. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now. And a first down to boot. From the gun, here's a handoff. Trying to avoid tacklers there, but the ball is out. But this is taken in by a teammate.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's to the right side and caught by Bowers.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. That'll change things. Out of bounds inside the 35. A big play there for the Raiders. 42 yards. Here's 1st and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. And this will be incomplete.
I could sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
He's got it at the 7, and he's in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Just a beautiful ball there by the quarterback. And the point I want to make here, Mike, and make sure the viewer understands is, in the NFL, if you have to wait for a guy to be open and then deliver the ball, it's too late. So often these quarterbacks throw their guy open. They anticipate where the void in the coverage is going to be. That's exactly the reason this play worked out here, Mike, and he's able to connect here for a big touchdown.
So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
To the ground, a 1st down run. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Oh, and the rookie puts it on the deck. It's a fumble. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession.
Pretty fortunate right there, Mike. If that ball bounces just a different direction, that could easily be a turnover or even points the other direction.
play action. He'll set up to throw. He's got his man. It's Harrison. A gain of 11 on that one. It's good for a Cardinals first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
They face second down and 7. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win for the visitors, the Cardinals. They finish off the first month of the season perfect as the victory runs their mark to 4-0. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.